Hey, this is Jeffy G. We're just going to take a quick look at Blocs Wave. Blocs Wave is a utility from Ampify, which is owned by Novation. And it's been around for quite a while, but I first discovered it in 2020 when I bought an iPad. It's basically a sample player and a sample tool, and it can be the source of some interesting inspiration. You essentially have locations to store your samples in various banks. There's 6 banks of 8. You can turn off any of the samples that are playing within a bank by just scrolling upward. There's really 4 pages that you use to navigate through this. There's the discovery page with this interesting hexagon type environment. There is a browser where you can browse through sample packs that you've downloaded. There is an edit window for editing a sample where you can do things like change the amplitude, volume, and change various parameters of that specific sample. And then there's a record button where you can record your own sample, either from the mic or from another source, like importing a sample. On any given sample, you can copy, delete, flatten, or export that particular sound. So if I want to get rid of the percussion, I can just delete and it goes away. The objective here is to organize your composition into different sections. You might use the first bank for your intro, the next one for a verse, chorus, etc. The great thing about this tool is you can control the basic things like the tempo, the key of a given sample, and you can export this to another DAW. When you export, it'll create separate audio files for each one of these samples. You can pull them into Logic or GarageBand or Pro Tools or Ableton. With the free version of Blocswave, you can buy sample packs. They cost anywhere from $1 to $5. Here's one for $1.39. You can preview the pack. If you don't want to buy individual samples from Ampify, you can actually import your own samples if you upgrade to the Pro features. If I select a blank cell, go into edit mode, there's a button at the bottom here that will let you import. Once you have that sample imported, you can control the volume, adjust the EQ, even pan left or right. It's pretty powerful. Let's go through the process of creating an empty project. Click on the main menu and you can add a project. It'll give it a goofy name. From here, you can use the discovery browser by clicking on each octagon. You can pick different samples. You get the idea. It isn't long before you can assemble a song. Very powerful. So you can buy more sample packs from Ampify, and that's one of the strengths of Blocswave. Or you can import your own samples in the edit mode if you've upgraded to the Pro capabilities, which in my case was another $6.99. If you have a subscription to Ampify, all of the packs are available to you on an annual or monthly subscription, and they're organized over here on the left. Click on Packs, choose a particular pack, and you've got all your elements in here. One of the unique features of Blocswave is the sound packs that come from Ampify. And there's brother and sister products that work with Blocswave. There's Ampify Studio for Mac and Windows, Launchpad, which you've probably seen, Groovebox for iOS, and Blocswave. As I mentioned, the strength is really in the sound packs. You can buy these sound packs through a subscription. It's a premium service, and you can preview the samples in a number of different ways, either from the app or on SoundCloud. There is no MIDI integration with Blocswave, so using a Launchpad or a keyboard controller really doesn't buy you much. If you're into creating your own samples or bringing in samples from different sources, this is a great tool. Here's an example of some samples I've brought in from a free sample pack. With the Pro features, you can also do something called slice, which is pretty powerful. If you've got a drum beat you want to break up into multiple patterns. Essentially, you can create samples of your samples. One subscription to the Ampify Premium product will get you all the sound packs to be used either on the Studio product, on your Mac or Windows machine. They'll be available for Launchpad and in Blocswave. So one subscription gets you access to all the sound packs. You don't have to buy them one at a time. Blocswave is easy to find on the Apple App Store. If you just search for Blocswave, you'll see it available. It's quite highly regarded. If you're new to sampling, Blocswave is free. It's easy to get started. But there are other samplers out there. I have another video on Koala. Similar capabilities, but has a sequencer feature that lets you store patterns. And in Koala, you have to perform to record your output. There is no easy way to make a song other than touching the patterns and playing at the same time. Sometimes I get so excited about these nifty music apps for iOS, I swallow my gum. If this is the kind of stuff that interests you, click on subscribe and click on the notification bell. That way you'll find out when I release more videos. Thanks.